Hi dear students, welcome back to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. And after the discussion of brass and bronze and aluminum alloys, we will discuss today about the nickel alloys, their properties and composition and also applications. First of all, monel metal. So it has nickel because it's a nickel alloy. It has the largest nickel percentage 68%, copper 29%, iron, manganese, silicon, carbon altogether 3%. It possesses good mechanical strength and corrosion resistance, because of which it is used in bolts, screws, nuts for automobile applications, gas turbine blades, impellers for centrifugal pumps and chemical plants. This is very important. These are the very important applications. So please make a note of this. Right. Next, Inconel. So it has again a nickel. Again, it is another important nickel based alloys with nickel percentage of 80%, chromium 80%, and then iron 6%. So make a note of this. So it is 80%. This is 68%. Okay. Yes, it has high corrosion resistance versus high creep resistance. Creep is the time dependent temperature permanent deformation. So deformation under the heat, which is permanent, and it's also time dependent. So that's how you can characterize the creep resistance. It has good sustained temperature 800 to 1000 degrees centigrade. Because of these things, okay, high creep resistance, that means temperature resistance. So it will be used in this very important application of Inconel. Yes, these are the applications. Let us see them. Heating elements, high electrical resistance wire for making furnaces and ovens, springs, underwater applications, and high tap applications. So, in all most of the electrical equipments, okay, resistance wire, it is used of the it is made of incolor metal. Heating elements like for your iron is there, right? Yes, all these things, and springs for underwater applications, they are all used for the with the Inconel, the elements resistance wires used made of Inconel, right? Next, nichrome. Nichrome, we know that it's a very we hear every day. So it is basically used in iron, okay, iron elements. This has nickel 65%. Here you can make a note of 65%, chromium 15%, and iron 20%. All right. So it can sustain temperature of 1200 to 1400 degrees centigrade. So it is more than the Inconel. You can imagine that. Okay. So then, because of these things, it mostly used in heating elements. Heating elements can be anything. Your geysers or your what you call iron, and then you heat the element, right, with water. Okay, all these things they will be using wires made of nichrome. So nichrome has 65% of nickel, right? So nichrome 65%, Inconel 80%, and monometal 68%. So please make a note of this percentage of nickel, which is very important. Others are only secondary. Next comes your Husler alloy. So it has got nickel 65%, molybdenum 30%, and iron 5%. If you observe, in all these nickel alloys, you got an element of iron, very less percent in monel metal, then 6% in Inconel, nichrome 2%, so 20%, and your what you call it is 5% in Husler alloy, right? So let us see the properties of this. It has got high mechanical strength, high oxidation resistance, and chemically high resistance. So because of which it is used in all what you call in all chemical plants, boilers, and then chemical processing equipments, operation at high temperature environments, etc. So this is basically used for the boilers. Please remember, its main important application, chief application is found in chemical plants and boilers, etc. So please make a note of this. And next comes your constantan. This is another important alloy of the nickel, which is used very widely. So it has got 40 to 45% of nickel, and copper 555 to 60%. So let us mark constantan. Nickel percentage 40 to 45%. It has got high electrical resistance. Okay, because of which it will be used in all these things for making electrical resistors, theostats, and your thermocouples. So thermocouples are normally made of constantan. So this is very important application. So you might get a question, what metal or alloy the thermocouples made of? Thermocouples are made of constantan. Okay, heating elements are normally made of nichrome, right? Then comes your Inconel, but mostly we can use nichrome. Then comes your perma alloy. So what is this perma alloy? Let us see this. Perma alloy, it has got nickel 78.5%, iron 21%, manganese 0.5%. Possesses good magnetic permeability. So this is permeability. So that's why it is called perma alloy. it is something to do with magnetism, magnetic permeability. Okay, so because of the good magnetic permeability, it is used in transformers. So please make a note of this. This is very very important. So in transformers core materials, what is the alloy used? It is basically nickel alloy, which is named perma alloy. So what we have seen today, we have seen various nickel alloys, monel metal, inconel, nichrome, Hauser alloy, then Constantan, perma alloy. So please remember the percentage of nickel. Largest is probably your inconel. You can see here, and then comes your perma alloy. Then comes your what you call monel metal. Then comes your nichrome. Okay, nichrome and Hauser alloy both have same percentage of nickel. Okay, a question can be asked. So out of these nickel alloys, which two alloys have the same nickel percentage? You can mark nichrome and Hauser alloy, right? So don't just study don't just go through my video, right? You try to analyze what is being talked about, okay? And you frame some questions on yourself. I am trying to give as many questions as possible. You analyze, you identify the differences, okay, differences in composition, and also its properties, but mainly applications and also composition. This is very very important, okay? And then compare the percentages of each and which is missing something, okay, something like that, okay? You make an analysis, just don't read like this, okay? So boys, my request, so I have started my channel very recently, probably 4 or 5 months back. So I need 1,000 subscribers, okay, for my channel to be accepted by the YouTube channel, YouTube. Okay, so please I request all of you for your cooperation, and please subscribe my channel, like, comment, and also share among your groups widely, Facebook, WhatsApp, and whatnot, and your Instagram, and also probably your Twitter also. So that is the only favor you can do for me. So let us discuss. I'll make you good in most of the mechanical engineering subject. First of all, we have taken up engineering materials. So then immediately after this, we'll go for either strength of materials or your fluid mechanics, which will be useful for your coming in the AP Andhra Pradesh. We hear that the notification for mostly executive assistant executive engineers is likely to come, and there is a calendar which is being thought of every year. The AP government is thinking of giving a calendar. So how far it is materializes, it all depends on the government, but we hope, we always go with a good hope, okay, right hope or positive hope. So be hopeful and assume that yes, notifications are going to come. If they come or not, don't bother. When you get the subject, it will be useful somewhere, some point of time in your life. It will be useful for private organizations and your corporate companies, government. If you get a government job, it's well and good. And if not, finally you can do your MTech very nicely, and you can go for teaching also, right? But don't, my request with all of you is that you stick to only one profession. Don't change the profession often, and don't change your line of working. So before joining the job, only decide firmly that I want to go for either either design or production or thermal engineering. Okay, thermal means you can go for plant side, okay, your maintenance side, thermal power plants, hydel power plants, etc. Production means you can go for any joint private industry, production industry, or your design side. You can, very number of good companies, private companies are there which are taking mechanical engineering people on design side. So these areas, but decide the area according to your inclination of the subject. You may be interested, some of you may be interested in thermal, some of you may be interested in production, some of you may be interested in the design. So don't change the fields often, and before joining only think and take a well informed decision, well analyzed decision. So once you change your line of change, again you will be a fresher. So please don't do such type of blunders and mistakes. That is going to cost us a lot. Okay, so I'll be giving some tips from time to time. For the time being, let us stop here, and let us meet in a good video immediately after this video with objective questions. Okay boys, so I think there is one more alloys left. So after that we will go for the objective bits on this, and then we will go for the probably 1 or 2 more videos. It will be completed, then we will go for the next subject. Either it will be strength of materials or fluid mechanics. That will be useful for your coming examinations, SSC, GATE, or any exam, okay, APPSC, TSPSC. Let it not come, what is the problem? There is no problem at all. If the exam comes, you write that seriously. Whatever the exam you get or whatever the interview you have, you face it confidently. Then success will be yours, and definitely you will be always successful. Okay boys, see you all.